Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Dallas, Cowboys. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying attention to the NFL buzz swirling around the Dallas Cowboys lately, you've probably heard whispers about a potential blockbuster move that could shake up the entire NFC East. Rumors are swirling that the Cowboys are close to striking a deal to acquire Latu from the Indianapolis Colts. And let me tell you, this isn't just another offseason speculation. This could be a game changer, especially for a Dallas defense that's been looking for that extra edge, that spark to take them from good to elite. Sources close to the league indicate that Dallas is negotiating a trade that would send a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft along with a third-rounder in 2027 to Indianapolis in exchange for Latu. Now I know what you're thinking, a first-rounder, for a defensive end. But if you look at Latu's film, his stats, and his recent performance, it's clear why the Cowboys are so interested. The Colts, after a disappointing 7-10 season in 2025 and missing out on the playoffs, are in rebuild mode. They're looking to clear cap space, around $34 million in 2026, and they're prioritizing youth and draft capital to set the foundation for the future. And honestly, that makes perfect sense from Indy's perspective. With quarterback Anthony Richardson battling injuries, shoulder issues that have kept him out for 4 games, and with the possibility of trading away some of their other assets like Pittman Jr., the Colts are looking to reset. They've got a cap hit of about $22 million for Latu, which isn't insignificant, but freeing up that space allows them to focus on building from the ground up, particularly on the offensive line and wide receiver positions, which have been hit hard by injuries and roster churn. An in-depth look at Latu, a 24-year-old edge rusher, has been nothing short of a revelation in his brief NFL career. Coming out of UCLA, where he was a dominant force on the defensive line, Latu's transition to the NFL has been impressive. Standing at 6'5" and weighing approximately 255 pounds, he combines size, strength, and explosiveness in a way that makes him a nightmare for offensive linemen. His technical prowess is often compared to some of the league's best, thanks to his refined pass rush moves, quick first step, and relentless motor. Over his career, Latu has played in 32 games, accumulating 22. 5 sacks, 98 total tackles, 6 forced fumbles, and 2 interceptions. In 2025, he exploded onto the scene with a remarkable stat line. 17 games played with 10-5 sacks, 45 solo tackles, 15 tackles for loss, and an impressive PFF pass rush grade of 88. 2, his overall grade of 89. 6 positions him among the most impactful edge defenders in the league today. Advanced metrics and technical prowess. What sets Latu apart statistically is his ability to generate consistent pressure. His pressure rate is approximately plus 12% above the league average, meaning he's generating more quarterback disruptions per snap than most of his peers. When it comes to tackles for loss, his plus 9% TFL rate is among the top in the league, demonstrating his knack for disrupting plays in the backfield. His versatility along the defensive line allows him to line up on different spots, whether as a traditional defensive end or as a stand-up outside linebacker in certain packages. This flexibility makes him a valuable chess piece in defensive coordinator Dan Quinn's schemes. Quinn, known for his aggressive blitz packages and creative front designs, could deploy Latu in multiple ways to confuse offensive lines and create mismatches, especially against mobile quarterbacks. The impact on the Dallas defense. Dallas's defense in 2025 has been solid but not spectacular. They rank around a PFF team grade of 75-8, which indicates decent performance but leaves plenty of room for improvement. The addition of Latu could be a catalyst for elevating the entire unit. His ability to pressure the quarterback, adding roughly 1/8 pressures per rush, would significantly boost the Cowboys' pass rush, which has struggled to consistently generate sacks and hurries this season. Currently, DeMarcus Lawrence has been a steadying presence on the line, but his pressure numbers are average at best, about 1.4 pressures per rush. Latu's addition could push that number closer to 2.0, creating a more disruptive front that opponents must game plan around. Micah Parsons, already an elite pass rusher and one of the league's most dynamic defenders, would benefit immensely from the presence of a complementary edge rusher like Latu, who could draw double teams and free Parsons for more one-on-one opportunities. Deep dive into the Cowboys. Defensive scheme and Latu's fit the Cowboys employ a 4-3 base defense, with a heavy emphasis on pressure and forcing turnovers. Parsons often lines up as a linebacker, but is used as a pass rusher in nickel packages, while the interior line rotates to create interior pressure. Latu's presence would allow Quinn to diversify his schemes. He could deploy Latu as an edge in obvious passing downs, or as a stand-up rusher in hybrid fronts that create confusion for quarterbacks. Furthermore, Latu's ability to set the edge against the run is equally valuable. His read and react skills and ability to shed blockers make him a strong run defender. In 2025, he accumulated about 13 tackles for loss, helping contain the rushing attacks of teams like the Eagles and Giants, key divisional rivals in the NFC East. Context and historical significance. The Dallas Cowboys have a storied defense history, especially during their Super Bowl-winning seasons of the 1990s, where their front seven was legendary. Their dominant defenses often featured pass rushers who could both rush the passer and set the tone against the run. Players like Charles Haley, DeMarcus Ware, and DeMarcus Lawrence himself have epitomized that identity. Adding Latu could be seen as a step toward recapturing that defensive dominance. Historically, the Cowboys' success has been built on a fierce pass rush and stout run defense, traits that Latu embodies at a young age. If he can develop consistently and stay healthy, he could anchor a Dallas front that aspires to be among the league's best. Expectations and future outlook. Looking ahead, the Cowboys are aiming for a deep playoff run and ultimately a Super Bowl appearance. The NFC is highly competitive, with teams like the San Francisco 49ers, Philadelphia Eagles, and Detroit Lions all boasting potent offenses and aggressive defenses. For Dallas, strengthening the pass rush is a strategic move to counter these elite offenses and create more turnovers. In the short term, Latu's addition could translate into immediate impact, more sacks, forced fumbles, and quarterback hurries. Over the longer term, it's about building a sustainable, dominant defense that can carry the team through the playoffs and into the Super Bowl. The bigger picture. Super Bowl aspirations. Adding a player like Latu isn't just about this season. It's about establishing a blueprint for sustained success. The Cowboys' front office is clearly committed to winning now, evidenced by their willingness to trade future draft capital. Their recent draft choices, including the development of players like Micah Parsons, demonstrate a focus on young, high-upside talent. If Latu can develop into the player many project him to be, he could be the missing piece in a defense that needs more pass-rushing juice to complement Parsons. The Cowboys' secondary, led by Trevon Diggs and Darian Kendrick, is already solid, so bolstering the pass rush could turn this defense into one of the league's best. Players mentioned, profiles and impact. Latu***. As detailed above, a young, explosive edge rusher with a high motor, refined technique, and impressive production. His resilience and versatility make him a perfect fit for Dallas. Micah Parsons, already a perennial All-Pro, Parsons is the heart of the Cowboys' defense. His ability to rush the passer, drop into coverage, and set the tone against the run makes him a matchup nightmare. With Latu on the other side, Parsons could see even more one-on-one opportunities, potentially leading to career-high sack totals. DeMarcus Lawrence***. A veteran presence and leader on the defensive line, Lawrence has been reliable but has faced some injury issues and inconsistency. The addition of Latu could reduce his workload and allow him to focus on specific roles. Anthony Richardson**. The Colts' young quarterback, whose injury issues have hampered his development but who possesses exceptional athleticism and arm talent. His health and growth are pivotal for Indianapolis's rebuild. Michael Pittman Jr., the Colts' primary receiver, a physical and reliable target who could benefit from the Colts acquiring draft capital and building around a young core. Realistic projections. If the trade goes through, the Cowboys' defense could jump from a middle-of-the-pack unit to a top-5 defense, especially in sacks and pressure metrics. The team's overall PFF grade could rise by at least 10 points, and their ability to close out games would greatly improve. In terms of playoff implications, a more ferocious pass rush could be the difference in tight games, especially against offensive juggernauts. The Cowboys' chances of securing a top 2 seed in the NFC, earning home field advantage, and making a Super Bowl run could significantly increase, especially if Lotto's production aligns with his potential. Hash the road ahead while the trade negotiations are ongoing. Fans should keep a close eye on updates. Cowboys' willingness to trade future draft picks indicates they're all in for 2025 and beyond. If the deal materializes, expect a flurry of hype and analysis as fans and analysts alike evaluate how Lotto's addition transforms the team. In the broader NFL landscape, this move would signal Dallas's commitment to aggressive roster building, similar to the approach taken by teams like the Eagles and 49ers, aiming for a championship window that remains open for several years. Hash final thoughts in conclusion. The potential acquisition of Leatu Latu by the Dallas Cowboys represents more than just a personnel upgrade. It's a statement of intent. It signals that the team is willing to make bold moves to chase greatness, to bring back the glory days of dominant defenses, and to establish themselves as serious contenders once again. The Cowboys' front office has shown a strategic mindset, targeting young, high-upside players and using their draft capital wisely. If this trade goes through, fans can expect an immediate boost in pass rush productivity and a long-term foundation for sustained success. So Cowboys Nation, get ready for an electrifying ride. The NFL landscape is shifting, and Dallas is positioning itself as a force to be reckoned with. Whether it's this season or the next, the pursuit of a second Lombardi trophy is alive and well, and Leatu Latu could be the key to unlocking that dream. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Are you excited about adding Leatu Latu to the squad? Do you believe he can be the difference maker in the playoff push? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news.